All right, what's up, guys? My name is Jared.
I'm Aaron.
And
I'm Kurt.
This is what he does. This is what he does.
Why do you? So you interrupt everybody that you have on the show? And him?
No, just me.
Great. All right.
Yeah.
So at least it started off exactly how all the other episodes have gone.
But like, I feel like once we would introduce Kurt because he's a guest. We have to like introduce him to the audience.
Hi, my name's Kurt Yaeger. I'm an actor, writer, producer, and I also have one leg below the knee. See, now I just did your job.
I was in my head, I'm like one leg below the knee.
Well, instead of above the knee, it makes a big difference.
Or one less leg.
Well, I kind of have like a half of one.
Yeah.
Got 1.5 legs.
Yeah, I've got my knee joint. So
One
it makes
and a
a
half
huge
legs.
I feel like that's a lot nicer.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's hugely, like, think about going upstairs or something like that. If you have your knee, it's still, like this part, your foot is gone, right? And your knee, so if you don't have it going upstairs, you have to do it all from here.
Oh.
So you're like...
Your hip flexor is going to have to do all that work.
Yeah, so your knee can still do this, but if you don't have your knee, you're trying to get it up with just your thigh.
That makes sense.
It's hard, real hard. So amputees like me, below the knees, we call this a paper cut.
Oh.
So I've got a paper cut.
Tell them what's going on here. Who we are. You're the one who's good at this.
So we have we do a lot of like live streams, live edits, and we have a lot of clients that want to do a smaller scale, more scaled content version of a live stream. So we came up with this setup, and that's what we do.
And it's live in effects.
Basically, yeah.
Well, in effects.
Live edit, live cut.
So that brings us to why we're here on this set. I guess Kurt's living room became a set, and I have a cool koozie for my beer because Kurt has just. Are you finished? Yeah, how would you put it?
I would say, we finished production and now we're in post-production on a show called Tommy and Bobby, which is about two guys who drink beer in their mom's basement from Boston.
And you guys play it perfectly.
Oh, we
you really
did
did.
Mom's basement.
Yes, this is Mom's basement, and as you can see, we got a bunch of fucking signs up here that are great. Everything's nice, and now you assholes are here.
Are you from Boston?
No, I'm not fucking Boston.
Another from Boston?
Nah, but I can fucking turn on any two.
From fucking Southie?
Yeah, I can be from fucking Southie. I got accents on lock.
Yeah,
You really do.
Apparently.
Yeah.
But you don't like it?
Yeah, no, it sounded exactly like Mark Wahlberg.
What? It sounds like Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
You do. It reminds me of Marky Mark.
Yeah, you're more doing a Mark Wahlberg than you are someone from Boston.
He's from Boston. Look at that.
That's in Mom's basement.
That's in Mom's basement.
In Mom's basement.
Oh,
There's
man.
an episode called Mark Wahlberg, and we talk so much shit. It's so good. We end up liking him at the end.
I guess, what's the show? It's two guys drinking beers in their mom's basement, but
From Boston.
Like, what is not the show about, but that's the show about. What kind of show is it? Like, how's it?
It started off as like a beer review show where we're gonna take a bunch of different beers and review them in a fun way. And then we started realizing, hey, let's write episodes about the characters, and then got into characters, and then realized that characters have friends and family. Boston and where they're from, Somerville, right outside of Boston, is its own kind of character. And we started writing stuff and just ended up writing. And we wrote 130 episodes.
That's crazy.
At 3 minutes a pop. So it's 330 pages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Roughly.
390. Sorry, 390. So 5.5 feature films.
That's a lot of writing.
Yeah.
2 years.
Dialogue.
All dialogue.
But it comes from characters, though. It comes from
Pure
the two characters, which I think is really cool. That you guys have like a character-based comedy show, and like,
yes, they're short episodes, though.
Yeah, it's like an SNL skit, like
2
Wayne's
or 3
World.
minutes or something.
Yeah, Wayne's World would be the right thing.
Yeah, that's actually probably pretty accurate. Yeah,
Ish.
Yeah. All right.
How'd you guys come up with Tommy and Bobby? Like, how'd you come up with each character? Like, what spawned?
Well, my writing partner, Alex Barone, he and I met on a show that he was doing for Eli Roth called A Little Different. And it was about a bunch of different people at high levels of profession or not who have, disabilities or differences that make them a little bit different. And I was on his show and we met and like immediately were like, all right, you're all right. You're all right. I mean, there's not a lot of people that you immediately in LA, you're like, hey, you're all right.
Yeah.
Like all the way. And then we started talking about we should work together over like 3 or 4 months. And I said, let's do a show, and started thinking about the parameters of how do we make a show big enough but not kill ourselves on production? how do we write enough so that it's more than 3 episodes, but at the same time, you can't film a normal episode in 10 days.
Yeah.
Like a normal television show at 22 pages takes 7 to 8 days.
Yeah.
And that's, 5 days and then a break and then 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah. So Tommy and Bobby, where can we see/find it?
Right now we're either going to sell it to a couple different outlets or actually put it on YouTube. So right now you can just go to Instagram at Tommy and Bobby, and then also our YouTube channel, which has nothing on it because we're not going to put anything out until everything's done through post.
Can we see any clips? Is there any place we can see a preview, a clip or two possibly?
Nothing online, but I could share one with you if you want to play it now.
We don't really do that.
We were about to.
I just did it. Now you guys screw.
He set it up perfectly for it.
Yeah, what a dick. All right.
I was
fine.
actually
Then, no, you don't get to see shit.
I was considering playing it earlier when we were talking about it, but we didn't talk about it that much. So
Because we want to be able to put out 2 episodes, if we do YouTube, 2 episodes every single week for an entire year.
That would be awesome.
With a lot of little sub-content. So we want to people to not only be able to tune in and find it, but give them the time to share it and hang out and then comment. And we want you to talk shit. We want people to come on and take the piss out of us because it's Boston, it's meta, we don't give a shit. And if you insult me, you're not going to offend me. So just insult me and then share it by insulting me. I don't give a fuck.
Like, share, subscribe,
insult.
send it to your friends, tag your friends.
Yeah, I mean, it's like everyone is wrong at some point in their life, and these characters are wrong all the time. But, I mean, the theme is even though we're wrong, we're always right. It's the story of everybody. No matter how wrong you are, the more wrong you are, the more you're going to dig your heels in and be like, no, I'm right. I know what I'm talking about.
That's what everyone does.
Everyone does on both sides of the political aisle.
Not
on
me.
Anything. You are the worst at it. You're so... I remember we were shooting a project together, and I was like, can you put the camera here with a 50 and
It's like, no.
And he was like, no. And I was like, I'm paying you.
I was like, no.
No. It's like the same shot. It's not the same shot. And he's like...
He's still mad about it.
Hell yeah. It's been like 5 years. 7 years, I'm still mad about it. Like, and I was like, no, do it. And I was like, he's like, no. And I was like, are you fucking high? He's like, no. And I'm like, stop saying no. No. And I'm like, I will fucking break you.
That was so
fucking
funny.
guy.
I can't remember what it was exactly. It doesn't even matter. I was just like,
Drive.
oh.
Yeah, when we went up and shot the
Yeah.
in the hallway.
It was the
I
hallway.
remember, it was the hallway.
You remember the
I
exact
remember it was
shot?
the hallway.
Here's the thing. I don't even remember.
It's just no.
No, I remember once he said it. I was like,
Jeez.
See?
I work with him all the time. I just let it go.
I've worked with him once before this.
you know what?
And this will be the last time.
And that was the last time.
Oh, we're supposed to tell people to engage with us on social media platforms. That was one of the notes.
Twitter is for quick responses. Instagram is about what we're doing here. Facebook is to have a conversation between multiple people over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
And YouTube is where people can talk shit about your work and say why you did it wrong and why the mics are wrong. Even though those are very beautiful mics. I mean, this is quality.
I made
gear
him
here.
hold that compliment until we were rolling. He was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey, no compliments."
He knew what I was
Save it.
gonna say.
Yeah.
So I started doing this. I was like rubbing it, and he's like, yo, just hold that.
Yeah,
I can see
can't
you're
be
gonna say
complimenting
something.
us not on air.
This is nice. This is really nice.
I like it. They're heavy.
Right?
Well, let's see if we can get a little sponsorship. Well, where'd you get these mics, Aaron? What brand are these?
I believe these came from Amtron, right by the W Hotel in Hollywood, California.
Damn, that's quality right there.
Amtron, you guys have done well. The nice thing is it's almost like some kind of a material.
I just like that they're like throwbacks.
Yeah, that's
You guys went without mics for your show.
No, we did 2 booms into the C3 and 500.
That's another thing. Like, I'll kind of talk about that a little bit. So, you guys kind of purposely went like not the shitty route, but you guys talk about like the style of the show because I think
Lo-fi.
that's really cool.
Shitty or lo-fi.
Yeah, that.
Lo-fi on purpose because it's meta, because the characters themselves are making the show.
Yeah.
So I'm not making a show that I want to look good. I want a show that if I were a non-professional filmmaker, what would that look like? Oh yeah, like my first 10 projects.
Yeah.
You know, and you only learn by making mistakes.
That one
These-
that we worked on together.
No. Yeah, and you know why it was shitty.
Because Aaron didn't listen to Kurt.
Exactly. I got all these horrible angles. No, it was actually his angles were fine. Everything was fine. We actually sold it to Nat Geo, and then David Lyle, the president, got let go.
Damn.
I mean, we sold it. We
really?
were going.
We're going to be looking for content now after this
I know. It's
event.
a great show, too. But it's, we have clean audio, but then we do audio cuts in there so it seems like Tommy and Bobby edited. Yeah. We have visual cuts that look odd and strange, and then we have a bunch of incorrect aspect ratio assets that go into it that...
Yeah, the graphics are awesome.
Like, they're horrible awesome.
Yeah.
But they're still legible.
Yeah.
They're still timed correctly. Yeah. And no jokes get missed because you can't hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's never a problem.
Well, with your show that's shot here, we think we have, 4 cameras? You do it 3?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
5 because we do a wide, a 2-shot, single and single, and then a floating camera that moves around a lot. The other times we do 5 is we do wide and then 2 closes above the main cam. So, because wide, you can kind of look around and everything else, but the tights look really good. So we look at the tights, but the wide still looks like we're looking at the right direction.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 side angles.
For cross coverage.
For cross coverage, but a lot of times, like my character sits here and Bobby's here, so I would turn like this. That doesn't look particularly
it's too
good.
profile.
Yeah. You lost, more than 45% of my face.
Yeah.
So, once that goes, you can't. If this camera can't see this eye, it's bad. That's a trick in acting. So you want to never.
Similar to when this microphone, you do this and you talk like this into the microphone. That whole thing you explained, I was like, no one can hear a word he's saying.
No, they can hear it. It's not that directional.
You went like this. You were like, and then
I did that, not this.
Yeah, we'll see,
dude.
We'll see.
Well, you know what?
We're gonna get so many comments. He swallows microphones.
Fuck your comments. I don't give a shit. Like, seriously, if you want to comment on that, make your own fucking show.
You know that we have 7 bots following us.
That's good.
Yeah.
Our goal is to get as many bots as possible. Not even
bots
humans.
last forever.
Coronavirus can't kill them. They just keep watching all of our stuff. That's the best. So
bots watch beginning to end. They haven't clicked out like the rest of these people.
Oh, that's right. Fact.
Yeah.
How many bots do you have following you?
At least 7. They watch the whole time.
If you want, we can tip the bots off. They'll know about your show from this show.
Well, the bots follow my pages. That's what I want.
That's hopefully. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're
Hey,
going
bots.
For.
Kurt Yaeger at Kurt Yaeger, KurtYaeger.
Or is this a bad idea because when Skynet turns on, they know us better?
Skynet?
Skynet's already on.
That's from Terminator.
You don't get it. Skynet's already on.
Are we in the simulation?
We're in the
There's
Matrix.
No different things, though.
That's Matrix.
That's Matrix. Skynet's definitely on. Do you know that? I can't talk about that. Gosh.
Well, so with Tommy and Bobby, with Tommy and Bobby,
let's keep this on point.
What's the end goal? What stage you guys in right now? And what do you want it? Where do you want it to go? Do you want to keep doing it for indefinitely, or are you kind of happy with the 130 you've done, or
Yeah, the 130 is really, since it's character driven for Tommy and Bobby, we're all about building out the characters through those 130, and then we can go to networks and try to pitch it and see if we can make it into a full comedic 22-minute episode, and then a show after that. Because a lot of networks, they want to see what you have, whether you have numbers behind your IP or you have value behind that IP.
I feel like it could be
outside of just an idea.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but for Boston.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit like that. I mean, Sunny is
We need a Charlie.
We need Charlie Day.
Yeah.
It's definitely not me.
No.
I'm like the guy who gets fat and then works out.
Yeah.
And looks great.
Yeah.
I got to get fat then.
Yeah, you do.
Calories.
Did he get fat on purpose?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what I heard with that is
how did that go?
Okay, so he got fat and he wanted the whole cast to get fat, and then they'd lose all the weight by the next season. So there'd be one season where everyone's just fat, but no one else did it or something like that. So it was just him.
But did they agree to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. So he just was like, oh, I'm going to eat pizza
and
ice cream.
Then he got shredded.
Yeah.
Now he's on, what's the Apple TV show he's on?
I don't even know.
It's it's kind of like Silicon Valley, but a video game version. So he's runs a video game company, but he's shredded. and he's super vain.
Yeah.
And he like talks to himself and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess he's not really vain, but he's like.
Do you think that your vanity goes up the more you work out? Are you like
no,
before you were nice?
No, you're just born with it. I mean, occasionally you catch glimpses in the mirror and you're like,
yeah,
I look pretty good. It's like an 8-pack. Jeez, what are you doing here, son? Yeah, you know? But then it doesn't really last that long. Like, I can't post it on Instagram
You're
or
like,
anything.
yeah, look at that. Like that kind of like thing? Or you're like, oh, I'm still a fuck.
No. No, I'm like, oh, yeah, like, you look good. But
that's funny.
When you catch your reflection, like, in anything, you're like, oh, damn, all right, cool. But then after that, you're like,
I've never once been like,
come on. Are you sure?
that's because you're not in shape.
So
I'm in as good a shape as you. You want to take off your shirt? You want to arm wrestle?
on an arm wrestle.
That's just strength.
That's just
arm
strength. Yeah,
wrestle
but
probably
like a powerlifter.
I mean, I
could
can
beat
take
all
my
of us.
shirt off. I haven't worked out in a few days, though.
Oh,
For
you're
certain-
lazy. That's why.
No, well,
You can't say why.
Yes, it's because I'm lazy. All I've done is drink. No, that's actually the best is after, and you wake up in the morning, and you're actually in good shape, and you've drank a lot last night, and you're like, I drink all that, and I'm still not fat. Like, that's like...
That's a pretty good...
You're like, yeah. But then you do that 2 days in a row, and you're fat.
Yeah.
You can only let it go so far.
So you have an alcohol vanity. Like, where you drink, and you're like, yeah, I'm vain. I'm vain how much alcohol...
I mean... Whatever, you can do whatever you want. You don't even need a cheat day to
I
drink.
barely drink.
I just don't associate the two.
Yeah.
I don't think like I should go to the gym and do some reps and have a beer at the same time.
It's funny because in Pumping Iron, like Arnold talks about that,
Yeah.
like drinking beer while you lift.
Yeah.
It's just like it's such a weird. Like,
Yeah.
But
like,
he's
why would you
like
do that?
he's
Like-
like burning 7,000 calories
yeah.
a day.
He's eating like a bowl of meat
Yeah,
and like
he's hidden back in the day. He was a monster.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
like
still is a big
he's
dude.
what 4 inches? He's 6'4".
six. Yeah,
Like
6'4",
6'4" back in the
6'2",
day. He's
6'4".
probably 6'2" now.
Yeah.
Wasn't he 6'4"?
And just the amount of meat
Massive.
you're carrying on you, like the calories you need to
But
maintain.
see, the thing
that.
is Lou Ferrigno was even bigger. He just had a different shape.
Yeah.
So
You
like,
know what
Arnold
made you
win, but
think
Lou was
of
way
Arnold?
bigger.
My Own Guns.
Me bringing up Skynet.
Skynet
Full
was
circle.
brought up by you wondering if things have been put into place by us talking about bots. Let's see if we can go backwards. Keep going.
Yeah,
That's
see?
getting.
Full circle.
Well, because we're running out of time, I feel like we should actually not go back, but go forward.
Forward. You're like the steward.
19
Yeah,
here.
the steward of the
Let's
show.
go forward.
Without Joseph here, you take over all his responsibilities.
I
No
don't know
fun
what-
police.
So,
Yeah, so Tommy and Bobby.
How different is for you on this set compared to when you're on like network series? What's your
well,
crafty
I'm in
situation?
charge here. Boom. My crafty. Listen, when you're on my set, you're going to be treated like because I'm poor and I ain't paying anybody. But when I'm on a network set, I demand green M&Ms in my single trailer. Like my
You're a writer.
I'm a writer as well as an
Damn.
actor.
Or how did we figure out that you were the most? You probably worked more days than any other actor that's not. I forget the exact way it was.
Yeah, like, okay, so a series regular is someone that's on basically every episode of
Yeah.
a show. Most shows are between 10 episodes and 22 to 24, right?
Per season.
Per season.
Yeah.
And last year, I did 22 episodes of television as non-series regular.
Oh.
So
Crazy ass.
I jumped from show to show to show. I was filming 2 shows at once in New York, flew to New Orleans to do another show.
Wow.
And then I filmed 2 shows in LA, 1 in Vancouver, and then another back in, I think it was Louisiana. Tennessee.
That's insane.
How many days was Lethal Weapon? Because you're in that a lot.
Yeah.
You're like he's like the main bad guy the whole episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we filmed that over 7 days.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It's something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
What's funny about that one is that's like I get cast as an able-bodied and a disabled character. Depends on what they want. Because
Yeah.
if I wear pants, you can't tell. And so they cast me having no idea I have 1 leg. And I'm doing the bad guy character dialogue for like 3 or 4 days. And then we go to the beach and it's like 105 degrees out. And we're riding motorcycles and doing all this stuff. And the third day, it went up to like 112, and it was cooking. Like cameras were not working, like lights were starting to fail. People were like, "Okay, every 15 minutes, needing water, putting ice on people's neck." I mean, it was bad, and we still had to finish because it wasn't like we were out filming. We were out running in the sun with guns and black and helmets.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
So then about like noon, everyone's like, "We got to take a break, like a serious break." And by then, my leg on the inside of the prosthetic leg had filled up with sweat. Oh. So I just dropped my pants in front of everybody, pull my leg off, and just dump all this sweat out. And they're like,
you're missing a leg?
"He's missing a leg. That's a lot of sweat. How can we help? Can you do the stunts?" And I'm like, "Y'all have seen me for 5
I've been doing this.
Yeah, for 5-6 days already in front of them." And then they were just freaking out like, "Can we get you a chair?" And I'm like, "Yes, that sounds great." But everything else, and then they started going like, "Hey, can I get you something to drink?" And I was like, "Yes." And I was like, "This is nice. All right."
Capitalize on that.
Yeah. So
That's so
that
funny.
was a fun show to shoot.
So you worked. That was all last year. You were working 22, 24 episodes as a non-regular.
Yeah, and then I've already done LA's Finest this year as well, which is on Spectrum, and then I'm scheduled to do another show in Vancouver for Netflix. And that's a guaranteed 6 episodes plus the possibility of more, and then maybe another season. But so I'm already at 8.
It's like a real.
I would have been
actor.
I would have been at 8.
Jared likes to fancy himself on camera talent because one time he dressed up as Hellboy for Halloween.
I did.
Yeah.
What?
Isn't that you, the Hellboy?
No.
Yeah, you're like a devil guy. I have a picture of it.
No, that was for a project for a short.
Yeah.
That my girlfriend.
So
did
he was
makeup
actually
on.
an actor on your girlfriend's short.
No, she's just hair and makeup on the short.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in Travis's movie. Also, I've been in some things, but I'm not working like you.
He said, "Yeah, now that you're around, or you're not around." He's like, "Hey, you listen to me. Who's on camera?"
I demand green M&Ms on my rider too, but Aaron just never fucking gives them to me.
Why don't you give him his green M&Ms? It'll make everything better.
No M&Ms. There's no M&Ms in this house.
Everyone has to do a lot of things, and here's the thing about acting. You could be doing 22 episodes and be like, "Yeah, I'm a working actor," and literally no one wants to work with you for 2 more years. All of a sudden, and you could be doing nothing. So anyone who gets a big head in this business like deserves what they get. They deserve.
There's so many stories. Get. Oh, you just killed that for yourself?
Yeah.
So you can't get a big head as an actor in Hollywood because you might think you're on a hot streak. You go 22 episodes, and then all of a sudden for 2 years, no one's calling you because for whatever reason.
That's not even just acting, though. I feel like it's anything, really.
I mean, it's anything, but like, it's hard to not keep working as an actor if you're also a decent human. Right? If you're on set and like people are doing stuff and you're like, "Hey, you need a hand?" And they're like, "No, you're an actor." And you're like, "No, let me help you." And they're like, "Oh, you're like helping."
That's like you on the photo shoot. It was like we need to move the bench over or move a light over or whatever. And you're like, "Oh, I got it." And I'm like, "Dude, you're in a suit. You're you can relax. I'll do it." And then you're like, "No, I got it."
My dad, I grew up the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, "Hey, get over there and help." Like,
I'm more than willing to let you do it.
Like,
I feel bad.
I always say this.
I'm not touching anything in here.
I always tell people this. Nobody is better than me, but I'm not better than anybody else. That's it.
That's a fair.
So I'm not going to ever be like bigger than you, right? But don't act bigger than me because I'll cut you to size. That's it.
That's a fair assessment. That's a fair way to treat everyone too.
Yeah. What does it feel like to see a little different setup on your set?
I don't like you.
Personally?
No, just in a professional manner. No, we've known each other for like 20 years.
That's right, because you guys do BMX. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot he had a life before
I met him when he was 15. 15 or 16.
Oh, no, I had a car, so it would have been
16. No, it wasn't. No, because it was in Austin. That's when we met, and you were you came down. I went down. It was for a contest.
Did I go to Austin before? No, I went there after I could drive. Yeah.
Were you driving then?
Yeah, I just didn't have a car. I didn't rent a car.
Where did you get the name Mauser?
It doesn't even make sense. The dude from Scrap. Oh, my friend Damon Ranieri thought I looked like the guy from Police Academy, Captain Mauser, the fat guy that's like the butt of all the jokes. And so he made a Chicago BMX video, and my little section started with like him in the shower washing his hair, but it was like super glue. And so that dude's like running around the office naked with like soap on his eyes, like somebody, and he's like screaming. And that was like the intro to my section of writing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, you look just like him. I was like, not at all. That's like a 60-year-old fat guy.
Yeah.
like we don't
You
even
weren't fat.
We don't even have the same color hair. Like there wasn't anything relatable. It's just like that was his thing.
You were willing though to do like whatever to get a joke.
Yeah, no, I thought
funny.
I
you
thought
were
it was
really,
funny, so I was like,
funny.
whatever, and it was hilarious. But people always ask me, be like, "There's no real reason."
Yeah,
like it's not like it's like a
it's
really
not like
dumb reason.
Yeah, it's a reason that someone gave you.
Art at Scrap wrote it on my helmet because I had a white ProTech at some point, and he wrote it with a marker, and it was just on there, and it said Mauser, and like we were like, "How do you spell it?"
You're like, this
like
Mauser.
Yeah, and I think he wrote Mowser or something, but then some people like in magazines it'd be ZR or ZER. It'd be like spelled different ways in magazines and stuff, and like not even have my real name. Yeah,
Huh.
And I definitely saw like places where I remember it being like. You'd open the magazine and be like, oh, sick. And you read the caption, and it's like, Mauser does
with a hyphen, and you're like, with an apostrophe, you're like,
and
an
I'm
accent.
like,
You're like, that's not
that's
how.
cool, I guess. When I met you, you worked at FedEx.
I know. I was working there. I worked there for like 6 months.
That's what I remember. I was like, Kurt,
No, that's not when
Crowbar
you
works at
met me.
FedEx. Or was that after? Did you
That
used
was
to work
after.
at FedEx?
No, I was working at Trail Dust, which was a cowboy restaurant in Dallas, Texas, and I wore a star on my lapel, and my name was Outlaw.
Do you talk like that?
And that's how I talked to my tables. Hi, and I had a full cowboy hat. Hi, welcome to Trail Dust. Can I get you a Bud Light, a Miller Light, Shiner Bock?
And that's
You
what
like-
got you into acting.
Yeah, that was your
That was
audition.
your first gig.
Yeah, you were a professional actor working there,
That
bro.
was your first gig.
That was my first gig.
Yeah, and you lived in
Look
that
how far you've
character.
come.
I lived in it.
Look how far you've come.
We discovered my first gig.
You
Remember when I did the Nickelodeon thing and you were like, did you get slimed? And I even said that in the interview. You gave me so much shit. I did this Nickelodeon live tour riding BMX, and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you're going to go get slime. Fuck off. Like, you're going to pay like 20 G's a week, you know? Like, yeah, I'm going to go do this.
I don't even remember. I was probably just jealous. You're like, I don't want to get slimed.
He doesn't remember anything about me, and I remember everything about him. That's called friendship.
Yeah, it's just welcome to anyone who knows me.
Well, it's normal. It's fine.
I'm like, you have a brother, sister, parents. You have parents.
You were born
had
at some
parents.
point.
Yeah, you had parents.
No, test tube. Fuck.
Damn it!
I
I knew
knew
there was something special
yeah,
about you.
something unique
That
about
was
you.
the interesting part.
Yeah. God, yeah.
Jared, test tube. Got it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow he'll forget that.
Most likely. I forgot about that. His nickname was Crowbar.
Why?
But like K?
Yeah, they
K-R-O?
had it as a K, and then they got rid of the W.
That's
It
so-
changed all
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
That's so gangster.
It was
That's like a hood name.
It was
like Crowbar with a K.
K-R-O?
I got in a lot of fights when I was young.
B-A-R?
I got in a lot of fights. I wasn't the guy.
I forgot all about that.
They should have dropped that homeless guy then at 7-Eleven today when he threw a can at their horse.
Oh man, down the
Yeah.
street down the street from the house, the studio, the basement in Boston isn't actually in Boston. There was some Mexican cowboys fighting with a homeless guy. It was so crazy.
On horses.
On horses, literally
Yeah,
on
they're on
horses.
horses, yeah.
So funny.
But they're like the perfect
Wearing like an LA hat, but
LA
still
like
like
Chicano
fucking-
cowboy, like kind of up to date, but just enough like old school like boots and like a belt buckle,
yeah.
but then like a Dodgers hat.
Yeah.
And they were going off. I was like, just drive by. Like,
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Like they're like, why'd you throw this bottle? Ah! And there's two dudes. One dude's on the horse or just got off it, and the other guy's like tying his horse to the stable at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, there's a big bar at
Yeah.
our 7-Eleven so you can tie your horse up.
Yeah.
Like it's the best fucking place in
The
LA.
greatest neighborhood
Yeah,
in
it
LA.
was-
Can't say where it is, but
Yeah,
it's the greatest
it's
neighborhood
awesome.
in LA.
I was
and
like-
no one knows about it.
Yeah,
No
I
one
was
knows
like-
it exists.
I was like, this is so perfect. Because when we first saw him, there's just a dude on the street with on a horse, like full clip.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's that? I was
We
like, yeah.
drove by. I was like, is that dude on a horse?
Yeah, and
Oh,
another
shit,
dude
he is.
rolled
Like-
out from the other street. That was his friend on the other horse, and he just rolled up like trotting. And I was just like, oh, this is awesome.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
He's going, look at this. Look at
I was
that.
like, we have a car. We're so lame.
I know.
Yeah. So 2020.
You know how much ash you'd get if you rolled up to the club and tied up your horse and walked in? You're like just kick past the bouncer. Your spurs.
I think we need to get some horses. We need to get some horses. Absolutely, that's the best sounding thing ever. We were like, "You want to ride home?" It's just, oh, he's so wonderfully. Pick me up on a horse.
My knight in shining armor, literally.
Yeah.
You could be a spy, just like covertly, like just getting little pieces of data just over the course of a couple weeks, and then just boom, execute.
I mean, I've always said that I definitely want the CIA to contact me. You guys get me into the right places, I'll hook up America.
We're in need of that right now.
But you know what I mean? Like, if you're an actor, I'm sure that 20% of all the leading actors on the planet are CIA guys. Because that's why they blew up and they were able to utilize it and their assets. And they're going around and talking and getting information. Like, I'm not trying to blow like The Rock's cover or anything, but The Rock is a CIA asset.
This dude thinks he looks like The Rock.
A little bit. Like on this side.
I can see. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, like the old Rock though.
Right, like the one who had half hair.
The Rock was cooking. That guy.
Right.
Him.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But he's an asset.
Yeah.
Because he's going to meet with people all over the planet.
And he's famous.
And people are just like, yeah, I'm saying. And they just say one word that's like a little too far. And he just keeps it for a little bit and then lets people know. Yeah. And no one remembers how that got out or whatever else. Absolutely.
Damn.
But I think that's why someone like The Rock blows up into that kind of a position. Like they're being helped by the government.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So you think the government helped produce Jumanji?
Unfortunately.
They put in a good word.
I heard it was good.
It is good. Oh, it's amazing.
Is it?
The original's so good. The second one's pretty good.
The
first one's really good.
The next level?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
It's good. It's just not new. You know, like the first one was like a lot of the jokes or whatever. The whole premise
and that was
brand new.
The original was Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Well, when they updated it though, like they changed it to like, oh, now it's a video game. Oh, this guy's playing this guy, and you're like, it took you a second. I get what's going on here.
Yeah. Do you think this is gonna come out and be like Kurt Yaeger says that Rock is for sure a CIA agent, and now it's a conspiracy theory?
That's perfect clickbait.
Oh my god, that's that title of the episode.
The Rock just calls you up, like, dude, shut up, stop.
He's got my number.
Huh? We should end this.
Yeah, we can end this. We can wrap this up. Anything else you want to talk about, Tommy and Bobby wise?
Oh, Tommy and Bobby's gonna be great. Hopefully everyone tunes in. I want them to do so. I think it's really funny. These guys are trying to do the right thing, and I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people because right now we have cancel culture, which is all about, like, if you say something wrong, then fuck you, the rest of what you've done and your entire existence is garbage. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. So I think these characters represent people who make mistakes and then learn from them. And, I mean, the only way you can learn is by making mistakes, so it's stupid to, like, completely destroy people over mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it'll resonate.
I think it's really like cool though, because I mean, like the whole cancel culture thing, like these people, they're just two like dudes that are being genuine. Like they're from Boston and they're drinking beer and they're like talking about whatever they're talking about. And it's like, they're just being honest and genuine.
They're being honest and they're trying to discover things in the wrong way.
For sure. Yeah. I like the style too. I like that you guys embrace like in like the shitty photoshops, and I think it's really cool. And it's character based, like, you know, little things. And I think it's really awesome, man. Yeah.
It's fun. Thank you.
I liked it too. That's the best you're going to get from me.
I don't think I've ever heard this guy say he likes something I've done. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God, Aaron, you just got me right in the feels.
Oh, this is he's acting right now. He can't do it.
Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Cheers.
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 Mine's empty.
They all are empty now at this point. All right, I think we're good.
Lightweight.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.